Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Hi, I am Tanushree Banerjee. Welcome to our special event. I am going to reveal some shocking truths behind today's hottest investment opportunity: electric vehicles. What's happening in this sector right now is nothing short of a gold rush. Investors from all corners of the world are rushing in at a pace we have never seen before, all in the hope of making potentially life-changing gains. And here I am not just talking about ordinary investors. I am talking about some of the smartest investors in the world, like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Jack Ma. They are investing millions and even billions of dollars in the electric vehicle ecosystem. Not just that, all major automakers have also chalked out their own multi-billion-dollar investment plans. According to a global consultancy firm, AlixPartners, industry-wide EV investment plans now top $330 billion through 2025. $330 billion is the equivalent of 24,75,000 crore rupees. That's more than the annual GDP of some of the richest countries in the world like Finland, Czech Republic, New Zealand and Luxembourg. Why is so much money pouring into electric vehicles? Well, because the world is set for a massive disruption. Internal combustion vehicles, the kind you and I drive, ruled the world for over 100 years. But now the game is changing. The future is going to be electric. This will be the biggest shift in the automotive world in over 100 years, giving early investors a chance to turn their small stakes into potentially life-changing gains in the long run. In the United States, China and some other European nations, this trend has already started to play out. And early investors who have backed the right companies leading this shift have started reaping handsome gains in just a few years. Just look at Tesla. In just 10 years, the stock has offered a whopping 15,797% returns, enough to convert a small stake of 1 lakh rupees into 1 crore 58 lakhs, a 158 times return. After the meteoric rise of Tesla, the hunt for the next Tesla-like return in EV has begun. But most mainstream analysts are looking at only the positive side of the story. Yes, it's a fact that EV is a big opportunity. I will say a once-in-a-century opportunity. But that doesn't mean that many players in this space are going to be winners. In the last decade, many EV companies have failed spectacularly. For instance, Faraday Future. The company was expected to be the next Tesla. It was founded by Chinese entrepreneur Jia Yuting, who is often billed as China's Steve Jobs. But in 2019, he filed for bankruptcy. Dyson, another EV aspirant, pulled the plug on its electric vehicle program before building a single vehicle. The list of failures in the EV space is very long. Bright Automotive, AMP, Aptera, Koda, Detroit Electric, Fisker Automotive, Li Eco and many more. That's why you need to be extra cautious. You don't want your money to be stuck in the company that looks promising today and files for bankruptcy tomorrow. What's happening in the US right now could very well happen in India too. Because in terms of the EV adoption, the United States is a few years ahead of India. So it is wise to take learnings from what's happening there before we invest our own money in any EV company in India. My research says that the biggest opportunity in electric vehicles is not where everyone is looking right now. It's hiding somewhere else. Today, I am going to reveal this hidden opportunity for the very first time. And I believe it could be life-changing for very early movers. So stay tuned till the very end. And don't invest a single rupee in EV stocks before studying what I am going to share with you today. Now, before we move ahead, let us first understand why electric vehicles are a once-in-a-century wealth-making opportunity. You see, today we are in the middle of the biggest revolution happening in the automotive world in over 100 years. If we go back in time to the late 19th century, we would see many kinds of cars competing with each other. Steam cars, electric cars, internal combustion engine cars. For a time, it seemed like electric cars were winning the competition. They were more reliable than other options. In fact, electric cars were so popular back then that 1/3 of all cars on the American roads were electric. And yes, I am talking about the late 1800s. But two things changed it all. The launch of Ford Model T, the world's first mass-produced internal combustion engine car, and the discovery of cheap oil in Texas and in Middle East. Overnight, internal combustion engines won the competition, and they have remained the dominant technology for over 100 years. But now, electric vehicles are coming back with a bang. And today, I will share with you why this time around, not only will electric vehicles win, something you probably already agree with me, but I will also show you how the ordinary approach of tapping into this opportunity may turn out to be a disaster. Finally, I will reveal to you a hidden EV-related wealth-generating opportunity of a kind possibly never seen before. So let's begin. First, let's see the two major growth accelerators for electric vehicles. The first accelerator is the availability of better and cheaper alternative fuel, the electric battery. There are many variants of electric batteries, the most common one being the lithium-ion battery. Japan's Sony was the first company to commercially use Li-ion batteries in the early 1990s to power the video recorders. And since then, these batteries have found applications everywhere. They power everything from your mobile phones, laptops, and even your children's toys. But imagine powering a 3-ton SUV with these batteries. It requires engineering at a different level. You know, a typical electric vehicle contains around 5,000 battery cells in a pack. In 2010, this battery pack would have cost around $1,200 per kilowatt hour. At this price, a typical car battery would cost around 30 lakh rupees. Yes, 30 lakh rupees for a battery alone. It is impossible to mass produce electric cars with such an expensive battery. But over the last 10 years, a lot of research has been done with new battery chemistries and compositions, and they have drastically reduced battery prices. In just 10 years, the prices have fallen by around 89% from around $1,200 per kilowatt hour in 2010 to just $137 per kilowatt hour today. And Bloomberg NEF research predicts that by 2023, this will fall further to $101 per kilowatt hour. Below this price point, electric vehicles would be cheaper to mass produce and sell than internal combustion vehicles. That's the tipping point, and it is coming as soon as 2023, just a couple of years from now. That's the reason why every major automaker is dumping internal combustion vehicles today and going electric, because they know that the future of the auto industry is electric. General Motors plans to go all electric by 2035. Volvo is going fully electric. Honda aims to be 100% electric. Audi, Ford, Nissan and BMW's Mini are all going full electric. Mercedes-Benz, Fiat, Hyundai and Jaguar are all going electric. World's biggest car maker, Toyota, is also stepping up its electric vehicle effort. Even the sports car makers like Porsche, Lamborghini and Lotus are going fully electric. Back home, Tata Motors, TVS Motors, Bajaj Auto, Ola all have aggressive plans to go electric. It's a gold rush out there, the electric vehicle gold rush. This shift from internal combustion vehicles to electric vehicles is going to be one of the biggest value migration stories of the 21st century. If you are an investor, then this is your rare chance to turn your small stake into a potentially life-changing gains. Let me tell you why. You see, the electric vehicle market is still at a nascent stage. Today, there are only around 10 million electrified vehicles on the road worldwide, compared to around 1.4 billion internal combustion vehicles. But as we saw, all major automakers are dumping internal combustion vehicles and going fully electric. And by 2023, we could reach a tipping point where electric vehicles would be cheaper to mass produce and sell than internal combustion vehicles. So over the years, this small slice of electric vehicles you see in the chart is going to expand rapidly. In fact, according to the IEA, in just 10 years, it is expected to grow 15 times from its current size. That's more than 30% annual growth rate. Such exponential growth opportunities are rare. It happens only when an industry is going through a disruptive time, just as the automobile industry is going through right now, with the arrival of electric vehicles. You see, whenever disruption happens in any industry, fortunes are created. It brings a tsunami of wealth. Those who go with the flow can make riches beyond their wildest dreams. In this EV gold rush, few companies could offer potentially massive gains to early investors. And please note that here I am emphasizing on few companies and not all. Because as we will see in just a while, during the gold rush, only few companies strike gold while the rest collect dust or worse, go bankrupt. What is even more critical is that at the time the disruption is happening, it's almost impossible to pick the winner with any degree of certainty. Apple's iPhone launch was surely a massive success, but no one knew that it would go on to become as dominant as it did. Ditto for Tesla, which in fact flirted with bankruptcy for years. There was no certainty that Tesla would go on to dominate the world market like it does today. Another example is Amazon, which one may not recollect too flirted with bankruptcy shortly after the massive meltdown in 2000. And today, well, it dominates like no one else. Now imagine if instead of these stocks you had picked Nokia or BlackBerry or Lordstown Motors. So you see, for every winner, there are going to be many losers. And this is going to happen in the EV space as well. So you need to be very careful here. This brings me to the hidden opportunity that I mentioned earlier. You see, my hidden opportunity works in such a way that no matter which EV player succeeds or fails, you get to potentially ride this massive 15x opportunity without any hiccups. Now, before we talk about how exactly you can tap into this hidden opportunity, let us understand its urgency. Because we have got a very short window to act on it. In fact, I would even say that if you miss it today, then you could lose out on a big chunk of your potential gains altogether. Let us understand why. You see, two major forces are driving this electric vehicle gold rush. We touched upon the first one briefly when we discussed the fall in the prices of electric battery. As we saw, the prices of batteries have fallen by 89% in the last 10 years. And this has led to many companies adopting electric vehicles in droves. Logistics companies like FedEx, DHL, UPS and Amazon are going electric. Fleet operators like Uber and Ola are investing heavily in electric vehicles. Even last mile delivery players like Swiggy and Zomato have started to convert their fleet into electric. And all this is happening not because of some government mandate, but because it makes pure economic sense for these companies to go electric. I mean, just think about it. When a diesel vehicle costs 10 rupees per kilometer, and a comparable electric vehicle costs just 1 rupee per kilometer, then going electric becomes the obvious choice because operational costs are 1/10. As Angela Herdberg, head of sustainable mobility at IKEA said, the cost of not changing is bigger than the investment. Over the years, we could see many more companies converting their fleet of vehicles to electric. And after commercial vehicles, we could see a flood of demand from the passenger vehicle segment. Now, if we just look at India's numbers, then the opportunity is humongous. There are more than 27 crore vehicles registered in India today. And out of this, around 82% are petrol vehicles, 15% diesel vehicles. And electric vehicles have only a tiny 0.3% share right now. But that's where the biggest opportunity lies, because this bar of electric vehicles is rising exponentially. With so much demand coming in, stocks of a few EV companies have only one way to go, that is up. Now, better battery technology is a major force driving this electric vehicle gold rush. But it is not the only one. There's a second, even more powerful force powering this gold rush, and that is the big government push. You see, the global average temperature is on a continuous rise. As per NASA, 19 out of the 20 warmest years have occurred in the 21st century. In fact, according to a recent report from Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the last decade was hotter than any period in 125,000 years. Not only that, the atmospheric carbon dioxide level is now at a 2 million year peak. Yes, you heard it right. The atmospheric carbon dioxide level is now at a 2 million year peak. This is alarming. A major insurance company has warned that rising temperatures are likely to reduce global wealth significantly by 2050 because crop yields would fall, diseases spread faster, and rising seas would drown coastal cities. According to a model developed by Swiss Re, a major reinsurance company, the severe case of temperature gains would devastate the wealth of many nations around the world by 2050. Wealth in Malaysia, the Philippines, and Thailand would drop by almost half compared with a world with no climate change. The economy of Indonesia would be 40% smaller. India's economy would shrink by 35%. Can you imagine that? Our economy shrinking by 35%. Today, everyone is talking about India's growth and how we could become the superpower of tomorrow. But this silent killer of climate change could destroy our economy permanently. There is an urgent need to stop this climate change. And the only way to do that is to dump oil and adopt greener options like solar, wind, hydropower, and electric batteries. That's why a major agreement was made at a global climate change conference in Paris in 2015. It is popularly known as the Paris Agreement. All major countries around the world, including India, have signed this agreement. The central aim of this Paris Agreement is to limit the global temperature rise to 1.5 to 2 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial levels of the 21st century. And the quickest way to achieve this goal is to dump internal combustion vehicles and adopt electric vehicles. Many countries around the world have already put this plan into action. France will ban all new internal combustion vehicles by 2040. UK has brought forward its target to at least 2035 from 2040. Even China is considering a ban on the sale of gas-powered vehicles. This pressure from major governments across the world is the second force powering this electric vehicle gold rush. The governments are not just banning internal combustion vehicles, but they are also investing billions of dollars to push electric vehicles. India is planning a $1 billion investment in the EV space. The Chinese government has already spent more than $100 billion on the electric vehicle ecosystem. America has earmarked $174 billion to boost its EV market. Today, the shift to electric is not a choice for automakers, but a compulsion. As Klaus Zellmer, CEO of Porsche, recently said, if we don't adapt, we are going to be left out. Electric vehicle shift has become a life or death risk for automakers. As Gary Silberg, global head of KPMG's automotive practice, said in an interview, getting the timing wrong is very risky. Getting it wrong by 5 years, you could go bankrupt. And who wants to go bankrupt when the alternative is earning potentially billions of dollars from the sales of electric vehicles? That's the reason why companies are investing heavily in this space. Hero Electric has raised 380 crores to sell over 1 million electric scooters in a year. TVS Motors is planning to invest 1,000 crore rupees in electric vehicles. And Ola is investing 2,400 crore rupees to set up the world's largest e-scooter factory in India. Everybody is rushing to strike gold. But the question is, who will emerge winners in this EV gold rush? Well, to answer this question, we need to look at history. Let's go back in time by around 170 years. The year was 1848. One day, a construction worker at a sawmill in California saw something glittering in the water. When he went near, he found some small pieces of yellow metal. That was gold. Soon this news of gold discovery spread across the world. And more than 3 lakh people from all over America and abroad rushed to California in search of gold. It was a gold rush. Around $2 billion worth of gold was extracted. But out of the thousands of people who came searching for gold, very few struck it rich. Rest only collected dust. But here's the interesting part. The big money was not made by people who came in search of gold, but it was made by people who supplied products and services to these crazy gold miners, like the businessman named Levi Strauss. Levi was a Bavarian immigrant who arrived in San Francisco during the gold rush. He saw miners putting in 16-hour days in their hunt for gold, and this demanding work required sturdy pants. So Levi started a business of selling durable jeans to these gold miners. This business was so successful that Levi's became a global manufacturing empire, producing Levi's denim jeans. Today, this jeans making company, a backdoor player in the gold rush, is valued at over $10 billion. Now, what happened during the California gold rush is not a one-time story. The same story repeats again and again throughout the history in every gold rush. I have studied all major gold rushes that have happened over the last 200 years. And what I have found is, in every gold rush, the majority of the participants fail. Only a few manage to find success. But here's something interesting. In every gold rush, there are these little known backdoor players. They don't participate in the gold rush directly, but instead they make their money providing key products and services to the main players. That way, they get to ride the opportunity all the way through without any worry about who will make it big and who will not. And by acting in this smart way, they manage to make big fortunes. Like Levi's made supplying jeans to gold miners during the California gold rush. You can flip through history books going back many decades and you will see the same pattern repeating again and again in every gold rush. Take for instance the personal computer gold rush in 1990s. Today we take PCs for granted, but this was not the case back then. Only a small portion of the population owned PCs. Many companies participated in the hyper-growth phase of the personal computer gold rush, but most of them struggled to make money due to the cutthroat competition. One by one, these PC makers started going out of business. Commodore declared bankruptcy, Wipro ceased PC manufacturing, Xerox exited the computer business, Philips sold their PC division, Compaq sold to HP, IBM sold the PC business to Lenovo. HCL Infosystems, India's first homegrown PC manufacturing company, shut down, and so on. This cruel competition took a heavy toll on the majority of the participants. But the backdoor players who supplied products and services to these main players kept churning cash due to the constant flow of business. In the PC gold rush, this backdoor player was a processor maker named Intel. No matter which brand of PC you own, all of them needed a computing processor. And that's what Intel supplied to almost all the PC makers. As a result, it made a massive fortune. Over the last 4 decades, Intel's stock has grown by leaps and bounds. It has offered investors a mind-blowing 26,931% returns. That's like converting a small sum of rupees 1 lakh into a whopping 2.7 crore rupees, or a sum of rupees 2 lakh into 5.4 crores in just 4 decades. This is a perfect example to tap into the gold rush without taking undue risk of who's going to win big in the final race. And right now, this gold rush is happening in the electric vehicle space. So could we see this kind of stellar gains from some Indian backdoor players over the long term? Why not? In just a while, I will reveal to you details of the hidden opportunity I mentioned earlier. And I will also share details of 3 stocks which are potentially best placed to tap into this opportunity. But before that, let me tell you about a more recent gold rush that has happened in the smartphone industry and how the same story repeated. Main players struggled due to intense competition, and backdoor players made fortunes with a constant flow of business. After 2007, the sales of smartphones skyrocketed from just around 100 million per year in 2007 to over 1.2 billion per year now. This exponential growth attracted many electronics companies to this business. But in this smartphone gold rush, only a few companies like Samsung, Apple, Huawei, Xiaomi found success. Most others struggled. LG shut down its mobile phone business. Sony pulled the plug in many markets. HTC struggled to sell its smartphones. BlackBerry, once a market leader, couldn't keep up with the competition. Panasonic gave up their efforts. Even the legendary Microsoft failed in the smartphone business due to intense competition. Despite almost vertical growth in this industry, many players found it tough to survive. Not just the small companies, but even the giants like LG, Sony, BlackBerry and Microsoft. But one company made a truckload of money in this market. Not by making smartphones, but by selling wireless chips to these smartphone makers. The company I'm talking about is Broadcom. Broadcom was a backdoor player in the smartphone gold rush. It supplied a key product, that is the wireless chips, to the main players. Broadcom supplied several chips used in smartphones, like chips for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, chips for GPS, chips for connecting your phone to mobile networks. It is very likely that the phone you're using right now is using one of the Broadcom wireless chips. Over the last few years, Broadcom has sold billions of these chips and made solid money in the process. Just see how the stock has performed over the last decade. And you can see it has offered a mind-blowing 3,761% returns. Enough to convert a small sum of rupees 1 lakh into 38.6 lakhs or rupees 2 lakhs into 77 lakhs in just 12 years. In this smartphone gold rush, where even big players like LG, Sony, BlackBerry and Microsoft struggled, this little known backdoor player named Broadcom made sky-touching gains for its investors. This same pattern repeats again and again throughout history in every gold rush. And I believe the same story is going to play out in the electric vehicle gold rush as well. Today, all major automakers are rushing in to profit from this mega opportunity. But heavy competition is going to hit them very hard. Despite hyper-growth happening in this industry, most automakers could struggle to grow. Whereas the backdoor players supplying key products and services to these automakers could potentially grow exponentially over the long term. So who are these backdoor players that could emerge winners in the EV gold rush? Well, as I said, we have already uncovered 3 companies for you. So let's dig in and see the details right away. As we saw, the number of electrified vehicles on the road is expected to grow exponentially in the coming years. In just 10 years, it is expected to grow 15 times from its current size. And this is just the beginning. With all major automakers going electric and governments banning internal combustion vehicles, we could see millions of electric vehicles hitting the roads over the coming years and decades. In fact, as per a report by Indian Energy Storage Alliance, in India itself, the electric vehicle sales are expected to hit 63 lakh units annually by 2027. And these are just India's numbers. When we look at the potential global sales, this number could be in multiple millions every year. Now guess what is the one key component that all these electric vehicles need? Well, you guessed it right. It is the battery. The demand for EV batteries is going to skyrocket in the coming years. Just between 2021 and 2025, the global EV battery market is projected to grow 25% annually. Yes, 25% annual growth rate. With so much growth happening in such a short time, the EV battery makers could potentially generate life-changing gains for their investors. I have already discovered a great investment opportunity in the EV battery making space. It's a mid-sized company that makes the batteries for electric vehicles. Now, unlike traditional automobile batteries, EV battery making is a complex business. Traditional battery makers make lead-acid batteries, the ones we use in our cars and bikes. Lead-acid technology is quite stable and well developed. That means once the initial investment is made by the battery makers, they could continue to reap benefits for years to come. But this is not the case with electric vehicle batteries. As you know, the technology for these batteries is still under heavy development. There's no clear winner. Lithium ion is the umbrella term used for electric vehicle batteries. But the actual percentage of lithium in a lithium ion cell is only 2%. The rest of the content keeps changing based on the battery chemistry. And there are so many variations out there. LFP, LCO, NMC, NCA, LMO, LTO. And then there are the lithium sulfide batteries, sodium sulfur batteries, lithium metal, metal air, solid state batteries, and many more. And what makes this matter even more complex is different car companies use different battery technologies. Like Tesla uses NCA batteries. Chinese automaker BYD uses LFP batteries. BMW uses NMC batteries. That means the battery maker needs to have the capability to develop multiple technologies. And that's where the company that I have shortlisted comes into play. This company is already at the forefront of innovation when it comes to making EV batteries. Over the years, it has developed expertise in making lithium-ion batteries with varying chemistries. Not only that, it is also making heavy investments into new and upcoming battery technologies like aluminum fuel cell technology. This company is miles ahead of its competition in India. Over the coming years, millions of electric vehicles are going to hit the roads. So over the long term, this company could potentially make fortunes for investors by supplying batteries to EV makers, just like Intel did by supplying processors to PC makers, or like Broadcom did by supplying wireless chips to smartphone companies. In just a moment, I will tell you how you can get the name of the stock and our complete 360-degree analysis of this company. But before that, let me invite my colleague and head of small cap research at Equity Master, Richa Agarwal, to reveal 2 more hidden opportunities in the EV space. Now, you may know that Richa is known for spotting little known stocks that are ignored by the mainstream media and stockbrokers. She has been uncovering such hidden gems for her followers for more than a decade now. Over the years, she has recommended many stocks that have offered multi-digit gains to subscribers. And now she has discovered 2 more gems in the electric vehicle space. 2 stocks that she believes have the potential to offer epic gains over the long term. So let me invite Richa Agarwal to share all the details with you. Welcome, Richa.
Thanks, Tanushree. I'm glad to be here.
I was just telling our viewers about this mega opportunity in the electric vehicle space. What's happening in this sector right now is nothing short of a gold rush. But as it happens in any gold rush, the main players struggle to make money while the little known backdoor players go on to generate fortunes for their investors. I know you also share the same view.
Oh yes, I certainly agree with you. Today, almost all major automakers are jumping into profit from this EV gold rush. But they are all effectively in a business that has cutthroat competition. Over the years, this will impact the profitability of most of the automakers despite the hypergrowth happening in this sector. But as you said, in this EV gold rush, those little known backdoor players who supply key products and services to these automakers could witness exponential growth and potentially generate immense wealth for their shareholders.
And you have already shortlisted two such backdoor players. Can you please share some details with our viewers?
Sure. Over the last few years, we are seeing increasing use of electronic hardware and software in vehicles. Already, an average car today contains between 25 to 50 central processing units or CPUs for controlling many important functions. And as the world transitions to electric vehicles, the importance of electronics in vehicles is going to increase manifold. This transition will require more and more diverse electronics, such as more control systems, sensors, and high voltage systems. That means that a few well-managed companies with expertise in making electronics could grow immensely over the coming few years.
This sounds logical. I think last time when we talked, there were a few companies in this space on your radar, but you narrowed it down to only one. Any specific reason for choosing this one company only in the EV electronics market?
Tanushri, here I am looking only for the strongest candidate. The company that I have chosen is a great innovator. This company makes advanced electronics and software for automakers. It makes things like sensors, telematic systems, vehicle computers, wireless communication systems, information systems, and much more. And the great thing is, most of these technologies are developed in-house by its advanced engineering team. So it does not rely on any other company for this competitive edge. In fact, this company is an active innovator holding more than 150 patents. Not only that, but it is also filing patents in futuristic areas like cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity, that's interesting.
Yes, cybersecurity is going to become an essential requirement in vehicles over the coming years, especially in the electric vehicles, and I'll tell you why. Just recently, researchers at the University of Leuven in Belgium revealed how security measures in the recent Tesla Model X can be bypassed. They discovered a major security flaw in the keyless entry system of Tesla Model X that allowed hackers to take control of the system and steal the car in a few minutes.
Oh, that's worrying.
Yeah, even more worrying things could happen when cybersecurity systems fail. Like a few years back, there was news of some Chinese hackers tricking Tesla's autopilot system into suddenly switching lanes.
Okay, now I'm beginning to understand why you picked the stock you have. The capability to fight off cybercrime is a must.
You're right. That's the reason why companies with expertise in making advanced electronics and future technologies like cybersecurity could witness amazing business growth over the coming years. And the company that I have shortlisted is the best player in this segment in India. Not only is this company strong on the technology front, but it is also strong financially speaking. It has got a healthy balance sheet with low debt levels. It pays good dividends, and its revenue continues to grow faster than the industry average.
Richa, this seems like a great investment opportunity. I'm sure the next opportunity you're going to share with us today is as interesting as this one.
Oh, absolutely. Tanushri, as we know at a global level, EV sales are expected to grow at more than 30% annually. But if we look at the opportunity in India, especially in the electric two-wheeler segment, the growth opportunity is mind-blowing. Now let's take a look at the numbers. If we take the average of last 5 years, then two-wheeler sales in India stand at around 18 million units per year. Now, even if we consider a moderate 5% growth for the next 10 years, although the actual growth could be much higher, but let's be conservative here. So, even at just 5% annual growth, we are looking at two-wheeler sales of 29 million units per year by 2030. And as per my research estimates, roughly 1/3 of these could be electric vehicles.
So, around 10 million electric two-wheelers per year. That's very close to what McKinsey is predicting. Recently, I saw their study. They are even putting their figure at around 8.2 to 9.2 million. Now, if that's the case, then we are looking at almost vertical growth from here.
You're right, Tanushri. In the financial year ended March 21, 1,43,800 electric two-wheelers were sold in India. If this figure touches 10 million units by 2030, then we are looking at a potential growth of almost 70 times in just 10 years.
And I believe this growth is very achievable. But Richa, the competition is going to be cutthroat in this segment too. I was tracking some potential investment opportunities in this space. But things are moving so fast that I'm not sure how the future will pan out for existing players. There's an intense competition happening out there.
You're right. Until now, in the two-wheeler segment, we could hear names of only a few big companies like Hero Moto, Bajaj, Honda and TVS. But with electric two-wheelers, the field is wide open to everyone. In fact, Ola Electric, an outsider, is setting up the world's largest electric two-wheeler manufacturing facility in India. This single factory will have the capacity to churn out 10 million units every year.
Yes, and Ola is not the only outsider challenging existing players. There are many more: Ather Energy, Revolt Motors, Ampere, Okinawa, Ultraviolet Automotive, Gempo Electric, Yoke Bikes, Pigos, and many small startups.
Yeah, it's a gold rush out there. Some may win, but most of them would struggle, just like it happens in every gold rush. But we know from our research that in every gold rush, the backdoor players have the potential to emerge as big winners. And I've already narrowed it down to one such backdoor player. This company makes one of the most critical components of the vehicle. It is already a leading player in its segment with a significant market share. This company is a trusted supplier to more than 50 auto companies around the world. Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, Volvo, Eicher Motors, that is the maker of Royal Enfield, Volkswagen, Hyundai, Mahindra, Nissan, Harley Davidson, TVS Motors, Tata Motors, General Motors, Daimler, that is the maker of Mercedes-Benz, and many more. And now this company is spreading its wings for this electric vehicle opportunity. It has already secured its spot as a sole supplier to a few electric bike makers, and it is in talks with several other EV makers. This company is focusing aggressively on two-wheeler segment because as we saw, the electric two-wheelers is the fastest growing segment in India and also globally. Now coming to the financials, this company pays a good dividend each year, has healthy return ratios, a very efficient working capital cycle, and very low debt on its balance sheet.
So, all the indicators are green for this company.
Right. That is why I'm very confident about its growth potential over the coming years. I believe this company could potentially grow at high double-digit rates for the foreseeable future.
That's one more hidden gem you've discovered, Richa, and it's looking like a great investment opportunity. We can keep discussing these exciting investment opportunities, but there's so much more to cover and so little time. So what Richa and I have done is, we have put together every single detail about these three stocks we discussed today in our detailed research report. 3 backdoor stocks to play the 15x EV opportunity. In this report, you will find the full details on these stocks and our reasons why we believe these are the best ways to tap into the 15x EV opportunity. This special report is priced at 2,950, but today you will have the opportunity to get this report for absolutely free. I will tell you more about this in just a moment. But before that, I have another question for Richa. Richa, this electric vehicle ecosystem is going to be the hyper-growth zone over the coming decade. So do you see any more opportunities in this space right now, apart from the 3 we discussed today?
Well, Tanushri, there are a few stocks on my radar right now. Some of these are the companies operating in the traditional two-wheeler segment right now, but they have the technology that could be easily transferred to take the advantage of the EV opportunity. Some of them have already started expanding into the EV segment. However, my research on these companies is still a work in progress. And as and when I am able to zero in on more opportunities, I am going to keep our members posted.
That's completely all right, Richa. There are so many companies in this sector, and with the kind of rigorous process we follow to recommend each one of them, it's naturally going to take some time.
You're right. Analyzing all the nitty-gritty financial details of the company, meeting the company management, attending the conference calls, doing 360-degree stock analysis, all these activities consume a lot of time. And we need to be sure that every single stock that we recommend meets our set quality criteria. Otherwise, we just junk it no matter how big or popular the company is. Now, there is one more surprise for our viewers today. I think this is the right time to share it with our viewers. What do you say, Tanushri?
Oh, absolutely. Over the last few months, Richa and I have been preparing a comprehensive report on the EV ecosystem. In this report, we have covered 20 stocks from the EV space. Let me show it to everyone. Electric Vehicles, the Ultimate Market Intelligence Report. This is a very deep report containing details of almost all the companies in the electric vehicle ecosystem. I'm sure there's nothing like this available anywhere else. And the great thing about this report is that it is live and ongoing effort. Meaning, whenever we discover an actionable stock opportunity and new developments in the EV space, we will alert you. so that you can have an up-to-date knowledge of the EV ecosystem before anyone else even gets a clue of what's happening in the market. This market intelligence report is also priced at 2,950, but today you have the chance to grab this report without paying a single rupee. I will tell you how in just a while. First, let me get some final words of wisdom from Richa before we let her go. So Richa, is there anything else you would like to share with our viewers today?
I just want to say that oftentimes the biggest opportunities are not the ones that shout out to us from the TV screens or blogs or newspapers. They are hidden. At Equity Master, our beat is to find these hidden opportunities. And when we find such opportunity like the EV backdoor play opportunity and share it with our viewers, we feel proud of having empowered you. I hope you will latch onto this opportunity without delay and make the most of it.
Well, thank you Richa for joining us today and sharing a lot of useful material with us.
Thank you, Tanushree.
I hope you found value from whatever Richa and I shared today. We have covered every single detail about the 3 stocks we discussed today in our special report titled 3 Backdoor Stocks to Play the 15x EV Opportunity. Plus, we have prepared a comprehensive report on the electric vehicle ecosystem covering 20 companies. Electric Vehicles, the Ultimate Market Intelligence Report. And as I said, this report is a live and ongoing effort, meaning whenever we discover an actionable stock opportunity and new developments in the EV space, we will alert you in our monthly recommendation report. Now both these reports are our premium reports, but today I want to rush you a copy of these reports on priority because the window of opportunity to act on these stocks is very short. If you miss it today, then you could lose out on a big chunk of potential gains altogether. So don't miss this opportunity for anything. My colleague Trupti will take the stage now and she will tell you how you can get your hands on both these reports for absolutely free. Welcome Trupti.
Thanks Tanushree. You and Richa shared a lot of eye-opening insights today. Hi, I'm Trupti David, Chief Operations Officer here at Equity Master. As Tanushree and Richa revealed today, that in every gold rush, main players struggle to make money due to intense competition, while backdoor players make fortunes by supplying products and services to the main players, like Levi's did by supplying denim jeans to gold miners in California gold rush, like Intel did by supplying processors to PC makers, like Broadcom did by supplying wireless chips to smartphone makers. Tanushree believes the same story is going to play out in the EV gold rush as well. Today, all major automakers are rushing in to profit from this mega opportunity. But the heavy competition is going to hit them very hard. Despite hyper growth happening in this industry, most automakers could struggle to grow, whereas the backdoor players supplying key products and services to these automakers could potentially grow exponentially over the long term. Tanushree and Richa have compiled every single detail about 3 such companies in their special report titled 3 Backdoor Stocks to Play the 15x EV Opportunity. Plus, they have also prepared a comprehensive report on the electric vehicle ecosystem covering 20 companies called Electric Vehicles, the Ultimate Market Intelligence Report. This report is a live and ongoing effort, meaning whenever Tanushree or Richa finds a new opportunity in this space, they will alert you. Now together, both these reports are worth rupees 5,900. But by accepting our invitation to try Stock Select today, you can get them both for absolutely free. And that's not all. By accepting this invitation today, you also unlock all these member benefits for yourself. A year's membership to Stock Select. Stock Select is our most popular blue chip stock recommendation service headed by Tanushree Banerjee. Stock Select is built on the value investing principles of legendary investors like Warren Buffett and Seth Klarman. Under Stock Select, Tanushree recommends low-risk investment opportunities having the potential to offer multi-digit gains, like 453% in Dr. Reddy's in 8.5 years, 546% in BHALE in around 3 years, 777% in Asian Paints in less than 7 years, 1004% in Exide Industries in less than 9 years, 1082% in Titan in just 2.5 years, 1197% in State Bank of India in 8 years, 1821% in M&M in less than 7 years, 2740% in Voltas in around 7 years, 3,309 in L&T in less than 8 years. As a member of Stock Select, you could get one such high potential stock recommendation every month. In total, there will be 12 stock recommendations in a year, each having a huge upside potential. Tanushree's track record speaks for itself. Since 2002 till June 2021, 7 out of every 10 stock recommended by Tanushree has been a hit, often generating superb returns for Stock Select subscribers. While this is a stupendous track record over nearly 20 years, do note that this is not perfect. There were trades that did not play out as expected. Even then, this is an incredible track record of success. And it is the reason why thousands of subscribers rely on Tanushree and her team to pick the winners for them. Hear out what some of Stock Select subscribers have to say about us. Dr. Ajmera Chandravadan from Rajkot says, Equity Master has made me more and more rich every year since my association with them. It has given me more wealth than my professional career. Mr. Didar Singh from Thane says, I have been with Equity Master for nearly 20 years. Happy to have made a lot of money. Really investor-friendly and independent analysis. Mr. Chaudhary from Surat says, my experience is that the Stock Select is the most reliable for short and long term. I appreciate the solid analysis done by Mrs. Tanushree Banerjee that helps her in recommending reliable multi-baggers time and again in spite of market's erratic behavior. And Mr. Pankaj Deshkar from Pune says, I am a subscriber of Equity Master since 2009, also enjoying handsome returns since then. I made this decision of joining Equity Master in one of the tough phases in my life and fully got paid for the right decision. Now, there are many more such messages that we have received from Stock Select subscribers. I've shown you just a few. Over the last 2 decades, Tanushree's Stock Select has guided thousands of Indians to generate incredible wealth. As a member of Stock Select, you will never have to worry about which stocks to buy next and which ones to avoid. Every month, Tanushree will write to you in a new research report to update you on emerging trends and opportunities, and also alert you on stocks that could turn out to be potentially landmines for investors, so that you can safely stay away from them. You will have 24/7 access to all this information through our private members website. 24/7 access to private members website. The moment you join, you'll get your own login and password to access the private members website. Here you will get instant access to every single research report we publish under Stock Select. You will be able to browse the complete archives of our research content. Whatever we have published since its inception will be at your fingertips within seconds. Plus, you will have access to a live dashboard of all our current recommendations and a detailed listing of all our past recommendations. Not only that, you also get free access to our private members only events. Private members only event. Every quarter, you will be invited to a private online event with Tanushree and her team of analysts. During these events, they will give you an update on the latest market trends and also answer your most pressing questions live. Now, we can't give you personal financial advice, but We can answer your big picture questions on the economy, sector specific trends and more. This bonus alone is worth at least rupees 50,000, but it's yours for free as a VIP member to Stock Select. So how much does Stock Select cost? Well, considering the value of everything you're getting today, it's an absolute bargain. The total worth of everything you're getting today, including our 2 research reports, a year's membership to Stock Select, stock recommendations under Stock Select over the next 12 months, private members only event, and everything else is 61,900. Now you have already seen the wealth making potential of Stock Select recommendations. A year's worth of recommendations could potentially make you many times that amount. Even if we price Stock Select subscription at rupees 25,000 a year, it would be a great bargain. But at Equity Master, our goal is to make investing accessible to as many Indians as possible. So, we won't ask you to shell out rupees 25,000. To get 1 year unlimited access to Stock Select, all you need to make is a small investment of rupees 6,000 only. That's it. Now, the only reason we are making it available so cheap is because of our confidence in our research. Over the last 25 years, we have already guided thousands of Indians to achieve financial freedom through our research. And I'm sure you too will be blown away by the quality of our research and recommendations. And stay with us for a long term, making it a win-win for both of us. Believe me, your small investment of rupees 6,000 for a year of Stock Select could be one of your best investments ever. But let me make it even better. If you join us today, then you won't have to pay even rupees 6,000. For you, I am going to slash the price by 50% right away. Yes, today you can join Stock Select at rupees 2,950 per year. That's like 8 rupees per day, less than price of a cup of a tea. At such a low price, you get access to one of India's best blue chip stock recommendation services, Stock Select. But before you decide to join Stock Select today, let me give you a special gift. A special gift for you. 1 year unlimited access to Hidden Treasure worth rupees 6,000 for free. Hidden Treasure is our most popular small cap stock recommendation service headed by Richa Agarwal. Richa believes in doing the boots on the ground research, where she personally travels across the length and breadth of the country to meet the company management and get the truth straight from the horse's mouth instead of relying on secondary information. Over the years, Richa and her team have traveled across India and covered around 11,230 miles, all in search of the hidden small cap investing opportunities for our readers. This boots on the ground research has helped her uncover many profitable investment opportunities, like 258% in PI industries in less than 2 years, 288% in KPIT, Cummins Infosystem, in 2.5 years, 330% in Canfin Homes Limited in just 2 years, 489% in City Union Bank in just 6.5 years, 549% in NIIT Technologies in less than 7 years, 1,058% in Balakrishna Industries in less than 7 years, 1,375% in eClerk Services in less than 12 years, and a whopping 9,555% in Page Industries in just 12 years. With Hidden Treasure, you could get one such high potential stock recommendations every month. Since its inception in 2008, Hidden Treasure has outperformed the Sensex by more than 2.2 times till December 2020. As you can see from the chart, Hidden Treasure stocks have offered an internal rate of return or IRR of 25.6% since 2008. which is more than 2.2 times the Sensex IRR of just 11.4%. And this staggering outperformance is made possible because Richa regularly recommends hidden gems with multi-bagger potential to our subscribers. Now, for several years, Richa and her team have been hunting for the little-known backdoor players in the EV space. Today, you are getting access to 3 such opportunities in Tanushree and Richa's special report. 3 backdoor stocks to play the 15x EV opportunity. Now, the 3 stocks covered in this report is just a start. With Hidden Treasure, you could get to discover such multi-bagger opportunities in the small cap space month after month. Now, subscription to Hidden Treasure costs rupees 6,000 per year. But by joining Stock Select today, you get 1 year unlimited access to the Hidden Treasure for absolutely free. That's right, you don't have to pay a single rupee to access Hidden Treasure for full 1 year. It comes free with your Stock Select membership. So let me show you all your benefits once again. As you can see on the screen together, these resources are worth rupees 67,900. But today, you can get it all for just a small investment of rupees 2,950. However, there is just one limitation. This special offer is only available to the first 1,000 subscribers. Once we hit this limit, the special offer on Stock Select may vanish forever. So hurry up. You can click the button below this video to join us right away. When you click that button, you will be taken to a secure payment page where you can review everything you'll get today before making the payment. Now, if you still have some hesitation on joining, then let me give you 30-day 100% money back guarantee. 30-day 100% money back guarantee. Try Stock Select for 30 days. Try Hidden Treasure for 30 days. See all our past and current recommendations. Read through the archives of our research reports going back to 2003, verifying everything yourself for the next 30 days. And at the end of 30 days, if for any reason you feel that you are not satisfied with what you are getting, then just let us know and we will refund your entire investment in Stock Select, no questions asked. Not only that, you can keep everything you've received. It's our way of saying thank you for giving it a try. I think you'll agree that's more than fair. With everything you get today, you could potentially change your financial fortunes forever over the long term. With our rigorous stock screening process and over 25 years of experience, you can be 100% sure that you are getting the absolute best research available out there. When you will read the contents of our special report, 3 backdoor stocks to play the 15x EV opportunity, you will see it for yourself. There is a very small window available to act on these stocks. If you miss it today, then you could lose out on a big chunk of your potential gains. We are in the middle of the biggest revolution happening in the automotive world in over 100 years. It's a once-in-a-century opportunity for wealth creation. You can find all the details in Tanushree's special report, including every single details on our top 3 stocks to ride the electric vehicle gold rush. Now, the 3 stocks covered in this report is just a start. As a member of Stock Select, you could get many more such high potential stock recommendations over the coming days and months. Now, all you need to do is make a decision. You have got 3 options. Option 1, you do nothing. You take no action on whatever Tanushree and Richa revealed today. You ignore this mega opportunity in EVs for potentially making life-changing gains. And you continue investing your money the old way and be happy with average returns like most ordinary investors out there. Or you can choose option 2, where you go out and actively seek hidden investment opportunities like Tanushree and Richa do. You travel thousands of miles to meet the company management, attend numerous conference calls, read financial reports of hundreds of companies every month, and do all this just to find one good opportunity. If you can do all that, then well, you don't need a service like Stock Select. But if you don't want to do all this hard work, then there is a third option where you let an investment guru with 2 decades of experience like Tanushree do all the hard work for you and hand you the best investment opportunities available out there on a silver platter, month after month. You have already seen the wealth-making potential of Tanushree's stock recommendations. Let me show it to you once again. Very soon, you could start making potential gains like these. Now, no doubt, these are mind-blowing gains. But as you know, EV is a much bigger opportunity. It's a once-in-a-century opportunity, so the potential gains could be much bigger. You can find all the details in our special report, 3 backdoor stocks to play the 15x EV opportunity. Over the long term, these companies could potentially make fortunes for investors by supplying key products and services to the EV makers, just like Intel did by supplying processors to PC makers, like Broadcom did by supplying wireless chips to smartphone makers. No matter which EV player succeeds or fails, you get to potentially ride this massive 15x opportunity without any hiccups. Now, the 3 stocks covered in this report are just a start. With Stock Select, you could discover such multi-bagger stocks month after month. Now, at this point, you need to make a decision. You need to decide today whether Stock Select is the right choice for you or not. This choice is going to be completely yours. If you're ready to take control of your financial fortunes in your hands and build potentially life-changing wealth for yourself and your family over the long term, then I want to invite you to join us right away. And before I forget, our special offer is only available to the first 1,000 subscribers. So if your decision is to join Stock Select today, then I would recommend you act fast. Just click the button below to join now. We look forward to having you on board as one of our members. Thank you.